Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe that I'm actually doing past masters? You guys have been asking for this for a while. I've seen you guys in the comments. Don't worry, I've seen you guys. I'm gonna be splitting this up into 2 different parts because it looks like there's a volume 1 and a volume 2. So we're gonna split those up. Today, I'm reacting to Past Masters by the Beatles. Like I said, volume 1. I don't really know too much going into this, to be honest. It looks like there is some like tracks that I've already heard, like Love Me Do. I think that was off one of the really early Beatles albums. So I'm guessing there's gonna be some of that where it's just like kind of reworked different versions of songs that I've already heard, but I'm assuming we're gonna hear a lot of new stuff as well. Make sure to go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut. There's a link in the description down below. We're gonna hop into the first track, which is Love Me Do single version. Let's actually see, is this off of, what album is this off of? I feel like I've seen this. Oh yeah, Please Please Me. Okay, that's what it's from. Okay, Love Me Do, single version. Let's go.
You know I love you. I'll always be true.
I'm trying to remember what the original sounds like. Like I don't know what the differences are here, you know?
Love me do. You know I love you.
Okay, I don't have much to say about that other than I want to hear the original, so I'm going to play the original.
I love you.
Okay, it sounds like exactly the same. I mean, the mix is a little bit different, but the actual content of the song is the exact same, so I don't have really much to say about that. If you want to hear more thoughts about this style from the Beatles and this era of their music, just go check out my Please Please Me reaction. From Me to You is next. That is another title that looks familiar. Doesn't look like it was on any of the albums, unless I'm missing it, so. These vocals are so reverbed out. It's crazy.
I got arms that long to hold you and keep you by my side. From me to you.
Okay, so I think that's a new song, right? Or that's like hasn't been on any other album, because it doesn't sound familiar to me. It's gonna be interesting to see if a lot of this album's just gonna be from this era of the Beatles. I hope we do get some stuff that is from later eras, because an hour and 33 of this, if it's just this, I don't know if I'll make it, guys. I don't know if I'll make it. There's some cool parts to that. I thought the mix had kind of a nice, very reverbed out kind of almost spooky quality to it. I don't know. Other than that, though, don't really have much to say about it. Didn't really wow me that much. So I just hope this doesn't turn out to be like a waste of time, essentially. But yeah, I'm assuming we'll get some different eras. I'm hoping that it's not all from early Beatles era, because as much as I love that era, well, I don't love it. As much as there's some gems in that era, it's really not as hard hitting as, you know, later albums from Beatles. So yeah, let's keep going though. Thank You Girl is next. So much harmonica on this, what the heck?
And eternally, I'll always be in love with you. I know, little girl, only a fool.
That's just making me think of the whole little girl lyric in that one Beatles reaction that I brought up. And you guys made some good points actually talking about context at the time and the fact that little girl was, you know, people referred to a person they're in relationship with more commonly as little girl.
And all I gotta do is thank you, girl.
Nice rasp.
Thank you, girl.
See what I mean with the reverb? I don't know what to say, because this is like, part of me inherently like is a little bit skeptical going into this, because I'm like, if these are kind of just leftovers, you know, inherently if something is being marketed as something that maybe wasn't good enough to make a main album, then it's like, why should I be listening to this, you know? But then part of me is like, there's tons of artists I love that have like unreleased tracks or like side cuts that are fantastic. So I got to come into it with somewhat of an open mind. But again, I'm just hoping we cover a little bit more of the Beatles' entire discography in terms of stylistically than what we've kind of seen so far. Yeah, let's keep going though. I'll Get You is next. Or no, not that. She Loves You is next.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. You think you've lost your love, she loves you, and you know you should be glad.
Nice diminished chord there. Love how grungy this is, and like, maybe not grungy, but just dirty.
It's up to you.
This had the moms at the time clutching their pearls.
You know you should be glad.
That was good. That was really good. That's easily my favorite so far. Feels like the most memorable song so far. I love the grit to it. It actually says that this was their first single released in the US and the song that launched the Beatles into stardom in Britain. A lot of bite to this and a lot of energy to this performance. So next track is I'll Get You. Will you? Will you get me? I don't know. I'm a fast boy. I'm a pretty fast boy.
Imagine I'm in love with you. It's easy cause I know to pretend. But I'll get you in the end. So I'm telling you, my friend, that I'll get you.
It's an interesting chord there.
I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Another track I don't really have much to say about, to be honest. I hope the whole album compilation isn't like this, but yeah, lots of harmonica on this thing so far, so that's kind of interesting. Next track, I'm just like kind of waiting for something to hit me, you know? I guess She Loves You was that. She Loves You is probably like the only track so far that I would like actually willingly return to on this album. I keep saying album. It's not an album. It's a compilation. But yeah, we'll keep going. I Want to Hold Your Hand is next.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you something.
I know this one, right?
I wanna hold your hand.
I wanna... Oh, this song. Okay.
And when I touch you, I feel happy. I can hide, I can hide.
So it seems like on this album, we're getting a lot of like the huge hits that just, I guess, didn't like fall into any album. Because I've definitely heard that song before. I've heard that melody. It looks like this was maybe their biggest song in the US. Yeah, it's really good. Just really well crafted. That chorus is so sticky. It's just a really cool like structure to this track. And yeah, it's cool that they're kind of bringing a level of grit too to these super chart-topping popular tracks as well. They're not super clean, not super touched up. So this boy is next. Who that boy? Who him is?
Took my love away. This boy wants you back again. Good for you.
Those are great harmonies. Ooh,
And this boy,
nice.
this boy, this boy.
Okay. That feels like the strongest like identity to a track so far, if that makes sense. Like it feels very distinct and very, very the Beatles to me. That was pretty solid. Let's keep going. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this next one. I'm gonna butcher it. Komm. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Whoa. Hard pan to the left here. Oh, okay. So this is I Wanna Hold Your Hand in German? I'm sorry guys. I don't, not to be like a stupid, do I need to listen to this? No, I don't need to. We just heard it. We just heard it 2 tracks ago. Let's do this next one. Oh, okay. Another German track here. Which one is this? She Loves You. Okay. Okay, she loves you. We already heard it. I'm sorry, but I'm skipping it. Oh, people are gonna be so mad. Long, tall Sally. Very Motowny. This is good. Damn. Damn. I don't know, it just had me making a stank face because there was a lot of soul put into that. Apparently the original is a Little Richard song, which makes sense. Definitely has that vibe. What a vocal performance. Was that, I don't know, it's not telling me who that was on vocals, but great energy to that performance and just a fun cover. Let's keep going. I Call Your Name is next.
But you're not there. Was I to blame?
Love me a good old cowbell.
Don't you know I can take it?
That was good. Real kind of swagger to that track. Really good groove. The more we go here, the more I'm just slowly realizing I think it's all going to be kind of from this era. So I guess I just got to accept it. It looks like they're actually maybe on the second disc is where we get a little bit into later stuff because I see Revolution on there, and Revolution 9 was from the White Album. I see Across the Universe and Let It Be too, and those were from Let It Be. So it looks like disc 2 might be a little bit of the later stuff, so Slow Down is next.
Well, come on, pretty baby, won't you walk with me? Come on, pretty baby, won't you talk with me? Save our romance, slow down.
Instrumentation feels a little bit weak here, I'm going to be honest. This mix is kind of scuffed. Feels like the vocals are way too loud.
If you want our love to last.
Like here, it feels like with that there should be more intensity to the performance.
Baby, what you trying to do? You better slow down.
I like that film.
Give me a little loving. If you want our love to last.
Okay, give me some fun vocals here. Woo. Here we go. That was not great. I'm so conflicted on that track. There's parts of it that I love, mainly the vocal performance. But then the instrumentation, like I said, felt like it was just kind of dead when it should have picked up a little bit of intensity. And then that guitar solo was rough, man. It was rough. I'm just going to be honest. I don't really know what happened there. It felt messy, but not intentionally messy. It felt like we could have used a redo or a re-record there. I don't know. What I'm remembering now too is that like a lot of on those early Beatles album reactions, there was guitar solos that were like shocking me, that were just like shockingly kind of not great. And I'd be curious to know if that's the general perception of that solo too, or if people like it, but I just thought that felt really messy. All right, next track, Matchbox is next. Is that Ringo? Sounds like my boy Ringo. I like this vocal delivery. Like the phrasing, that was very interesting there. Okay, here's a better solo. I love that piano just walking up the scale there. That's good. Box holding my clothes. That was good. There we go. Fun little quick, high energy, high pace track with some really just fun, colorful lyrics as well. Next track, I Feel Fine. Love that guitar tone.
Good to me, you know she's happy as can be. Baby says she's mine, you
percussion.
Know she tells
Ringo's going off.
all the time. I'm in love with her and I feel fine.
Oh, nice doubled guitar there.
I feel fine.
That was good. Guitar work that felt incredibly ahead of its time on that one. Great groove. Just some of my favorite musicianship on the album so far. Next track is She's a Woman. Ooh. I love the guitar strums being on the upbeat there. Nice little shaker on the right. Ooh. That was good. It's getting really good, guys. I feel like, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is the case, but it feels like as we go through this track list, we're like slowly traveling through time, through their discography, you know? Like the first couple tracks felt very Please Please Me. Is it Beatles for Sale? Is that the one right after? What's the one after? With the Beatles? Let's see. With the Beatles. Yeah, like the first third of this disc one feels like outcuts from that kind of era. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is all within like a year or two, even when we're going up to Help. That's only 2 years after Please Please Me. So I'm starting to really enjoy these tracks towards the end of volume 1 here. So yeah, that was good. That was really good. Love the vocals on that one. Got a little bit of attitude to it.
Behave yourself. Buy every rock and roll book. Teacher till at night, she's ready to poop.
Ready to poop. Nice.
Now, Junior, behave yourself.
Let's go. I like it. You gave the Cocker Spaniel a bath in Mother's Laundromat. Jeez. This kid's a psycho, bro. Shoot the canary, fed it to the neighbor's cat. Maybe this is like a meta commentary on what the Beatles think that people think listening to their music is going to do to you, you know? If we're embracing the idea that the Beatles music at this time was very kind of edgy and not fully accepted by everybody, maybe that's an angle that we're taking with this track here. Second last track of this first volume, Yes It Is.
If you were red tonight, for red is the color that my baby wore.
Really cool, kind of trippy guitar work on this.
Yes, it is. I could be happy, but it's my pride. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's true.
That was really good. It feels like we're getting a little bit more like emotionally complex here and just more emotive in general, I guess. Especially in these lyrics. I love these lyrics. Just this idea of this color, you know, like sparking memories of a past relationship. Hard hitting, you know? Just really good songwriting. It looks like this is kind of during the Help era, or that Help album, because it looks like this, Yes It Is the singles A side instead of the #1 hit Ticket to Ride, is what it says in Genius here. And I searched up Ticket to Ride, and that was part of Help. So I feel like I'm kind of right that it's, as we move through it here, we're kind of traveling through time. And this is actually a really interesting way to kind of hear, if that is the case, it's a really interesting way to hear the evolution of the band and their sound. And it does just confirm for me that, like, there's some good stuff, like on Please Please Me and stuff, but for the most part, on, like, let me go back again. I got to reference the Discog again. Please Please Me, some solid stuff. With the Beatles, not for me. Hard Day's Night, there's some good stuff. Beatles for Sale, kind of mid. And then Help, really good in my opinion. Hard Day's Night and Help are like the two best out of those first 5 in my opinion. But you definitely see, I feel like, the evolution from Please Please Me and With the Beatles into, you know, A Hard Day's Night and Help. So yeah, I don't know. Just a really interesting way to, again, see that evolution. So let's move on to the last track of this volume 1 here, which is I'm Down.
You can't cry 'cause you're laughing at me. I'm down. I'm really down. When you know I'm down, how can you laugh? When you know I'm down.
These vocals are crazy.
I'm down.
Down.
Really down.
Nice. Oh,
You still moan, keep your hands to yourself. I'm down.
fuck.
I'm really down.
Damn. This organ? This is great. Was that Lennon, or was that written by McCartney, credited to Lennon-McCartney? I don't know who's doing the vocals, but if it was Lennon, it was McCartney. I don't know, but they were going off. I love hearing just unhinged vocals like that. They really decided to end off this volume 1 with probably the strongest track so far, in my opinion. Well, I don't know. That's hard to say. A very distinct track at the very least. That was great. That organ solo was absolutely sick. Just what a performance. That was good. As we went towards the end of this volume 1 here, it just really started to pick up. So I'm excited to check out volume 2. I was a little bit skeptical towards the beginning there. I'm like, is this a waste of my time? Do I really need to be checking this out? But there's some gems on here. There's some gems. So I'm happy I decided to do this. And as we move into volume 2 here, I'm assuming it'll just kind of move even further on into their discography. So there you go. There's my reaction to volume 1. Stay tuned for my reaction to volume 2. Hopefully there won't be too much time in between the two videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.